Hello, I wanted to do a little update of the Can Music Be Objectively Good video that I posted. So there was quite a lot of discussion, I'd say about 50-50 on either side, and it was really interesting discussion, which didn't devolve into like stupid arguments or anything like that. It was a lot of interesting points on both sides, and I thought about it a lot, and it helped me form more concrete ideas about this topic. I'm still interested in it. I'm still coming down on the side of that there is objectively good music. And I think both sides can definitely agree that there are many factors if you break it down, there are many factors that are objective, like instrumental technique or speed, for example, but that doesn't translate to good music. A good mix, for example, objectively good mixes with engineers who have really good ears and they can make every sound good. You could judge a mix objectively, but it wouldn't mean the music was good or not. But if, let's say, if we compare music to mathematics, then within mathematics, let's say there's a formula which fulfills these criteria that it's good. I mean, what does good mean in maths? It means something is true, eternally true, and useful. Okay, so maybe Pythagoras' theorem, let's say, whatever that is, I can't even remember. But when, 2,500 years ago, he came up with that, he realized that was true. And it's more of a discovery, it's true whether or not you discover it. So then he discovers it and it's useful. You can build on it to do other things, and it's used all over the place. And it's useful for humans, and it creates progress in maths and then engineering and all the rest, construction, everything else. So you can say that it's objectively good for those reasons. Well, what if Bach's music, for example, was the musical equivalent of him discovering patterns that just exist in the world, but then been discovered? And there's a kind of truth to them, truth to how good they are. And certainly they're useful. What the patterns Bach discovered went on to create, to be like building blocks of music in the future. We probably wouldn't, our music may not sound the way it sounds now, unless Bach had been there discovering those. And not just him, but lots of other composers too, but he was very well known. And then all the ones who came after him, well, especially after 200 years, because his music wasn't listened to for a long time after he died, but then, became part of the building blocks of Western music. And there's so many other composers, and not just individuals, but whole groups of people that contributed to what we have now. And then later on, jazz and electronic music and all the different types of music. But what if it's patterns and ideas that are being discovered by people, in a sense that they are true or not? I don't know if that makes any sense. But if there is objective quality in music, then it would have to fit those criteria. That it is useful, it becomes a building block. It probably is impossible to tell, like, without some serious amount of years of kind of being able to look back and say, yes, this is where it fit in, how things evolved. So now we can look back, even 30, 40, 50 years ago, and we can see what did fit into the building blocks of what we have now. But right now, it's super hard to do that. It's a big mishmash of everything is being made now. There's lots of great music being made now, but it's very hard or impossible to say this is subjectively better than that. So I'm not saying we should or need to be able to do that. But with hindsight, looking back, I firmly believe that, in 100 years' time, the music Aphex Twin made, for example, in the last 20, 30 years, it's not going to disappear from the planet. It will be still appreciated in even 100 years, more than that even. So there's some objectively good quality in that. Or if music doesn't have that something objectively good about it, then it's hard to argue that it even should survive, Yeah, what about it in 50 years if nobody liked Bach anymore? Well, then it doesn't matter, disappear. Did I say that in the first video? Anyway, that's my updated thinking on it at the moment. So let me know if that does anything for you, okay? Also, my ears are super blocked right now, and with tomorrow, I've got an appointment to get my earwax removed, and that is going to be crazy if it works. So let's see.